Okay, we're going to start on making the gears, and I'm using the NC machine. The only reason I'm using the NC machine is I can put 3 passes in automatic, just whoop, whoop, and then I index it with my indexing head, not the indexing head, it's a Spindex, and make 3 more passes. But on the Spindex, we're going to use to index it, we're going to use a tape on the hub, and we're going to divide that tape into segments on the mill here. So I will show you, or attempt to show you, and I'm going to try to, I noticed that the last video you didn't see much because you seen the back of my shoulders, all you seen. I have to try to keep track of that and keep more tabs on that. But here is what I have so far. I've got a piece of material clamped in the mill here. Let's see if I can get you over this way so you're looking in from the sides and not over my shoulder. Okay, so what I have is a piece of material, and I've already, the diameter of that hub on that Spindex is 5 inches, 39.5 thou. And divide that by 2 to get the radius. It's 2 inches, 5/19/8. And I take that times pi, and I get 7 inches, 916 thousandths. And we're going to make a 40-tooth gear, so you divide that by 40, and each segment is 0.1979. We're going to use the digital readout for that. So I turn that on. Is it not? Oh, I didn't plug the machine in. I got to plug it in. It wants some electricity. Whoop. I stumble over stuff here. For Pete's sakes. Alright, so we're going to use the readout for that, and we're going to go incremental. What I have here is a strip that's cut, and another thing is, what irritates me is somebody trying to explain a tape method of doing this, and they're saying, oh, this tape has to be cut the exact length of that. No, it doesn't. It can be anywhere plus or minus 0.1979, or it can be minus, it could be smaller, because you're going to start out at the beginning of the tape. And as long as you have room enough to put that last line in, that's all that matters. Because the first line is going to be the beginning of the tape. The end of the tape, it can be 100 thou short. Not going to matter. So, anyway, just getting some things off my chest here that that kind of irritates me when people start to yak about it and then try to tell me that it's less accurate. It still irritates me. Can you tell? So anyway, I've got this strip. I've got a straight edge here, and we're going to lay it up against that straight edge, and I'm going to tape it down. So grab some. I had some cellophane tape out here. Christmas tape. And we'll just take a little dab of that. And we just want to catch the end of it. And the end of that is going to be the very first mark. I want to get it right up to the edge, best I can. Because you want it to lay straight. Okay? A lot of times I spray contact cement on down and then do it that way also. Alright, and then we'll get this side. And like I say, this end doesn't matter. You got 100 thou. Okay, what I'm going to do is take a couple spots here in the middle, and I'm going to just lay it, just catch the tape. I'm not going to lay it all the way over it so I can still draw a line. Do a couple more, or at least one more. Okay, we got our strip down. Now, what I did is I made this spring-loaded pen. I use it on NC for testing some when I'm doing text. It'll come down and draw my text for me. So we're going to use that here. We're going to put that in the spindle and clamp her down. All right, now we're going to come over here and pick up that edge of that tape, the beginning edge. And move my Z handle down out of the way. Hopefully I'm not in your way again. And we want to get as close to the edge that, I mean, right on the edge, because that's going to be our first line. So, and you remember that when you go over on the NC machine. All right, so we'll 0x out, and we're going to go over 197.9. 197.8. And we're going to pull that down, crank her back and forth. Hopefully it'll draw a line. Oh, my ink pen is not drawing for me. I can go get a pencil too and do the same thing. It's a faint line there, but not good enough for me. I'm gonna either get a new cartridge or whatever for the pen. Okay, it's writing there now. Doesn't have to be that tight, just tight enough to hold it. Try it again. Unless I got the wrong side of the Mylar up, that could be too. All right, 0 it. Go 1 inch 979, or 179. 197.9. I've done this on the NC too, and let it draw the lines. I can just type them in then, which that works pretty nice too. If I didn't have it set up over there already, I would do that. And we'll draw the next line. Not drawn very well, but as long as I could see it over there. 197.9. Now it's back to not drawing a line. What's going on here? Sometimes if you heat them up with a torch, but or with a lighter, it'll start drawing again. My mic is dangling here. There. Hang on. Just trying to get that pin to make a line. I'm thinking to switch to a lead pencil here pretty quick. Let me get some paper here. I'm gonna get a piece of paper and see if I can't get it to write. And Mylar doesn't stretch, so somebody was saying, "Oh, that'll stretch." No, it won't. Mylar won't stretch. It will not stretch. If it does, it's bad Mylar. All right. Well, you get the gist of it. I'm going to go all the way across. I'm going to continue here off camera and get this tape made. And like I say, I wish that some people would not act like an expert when they're far from it. I'm far from it. I mean, but I know what works, and this works. Other than my pen, it don't work. What I need is a felt tip pen. All right, so anyway, you get what I'm doing here. I'm going to cut away here and go continue down the line, and when we get ready to put it on indexing the Spindex, I'll come back. Guess what? I made a boo-boo. I made a boo-boo in my formula. It's pi times the radius squared. So here I am figuring it out for tape length that's 7 inches 916. That's not correct. So I get to start over. This time I'll try to make sure I put the tape on correct side up. So pi times it's pi times the radius is 7.916 times 2 divided by 40. Should be 395. 395.8. 95.8. Yeah, I got up to hole number 38 and I'm going, that's only about halfway. What the heck is going on here? So I could start over. That's okay. The only thing out was a piece of Mylar. So we'll take and tape this one down. And like I say, it's longer. This one's longer. I'll just cut it off. It doesn't have to be the exact length. So we'll put this up here and get that lined up with that edge. You do want it straight though. You don't want your tape at an angle, or you want your tape straight. I can't believe it. How's my day going? Pretty good. All right, let's get the pen lined up at the beginning here. At the beginning of the tape. That's the only thing that you really want to make sure is you get your pen right at the beginning of the tape. Oh boy, oh boy. That's okay, I only have to change one number in the readout and it'll be correct. The length. Right there. Right there, that's the edge. All right, let's try this again. Oh shoot, it didn't write the length down here. Okay, the diameter is 5.0395 divided by 2 times pi equals 2 equals, all right, I'm going to write that down, 15 inches. 15 inches, 832. So, now I can show you on the readout how I go about this. All right. So, first thing we got to do is zero it there. You go back to, I'll turn that off. It doesn't matter, it can be an absolute or incremental, it doesn't really matter. It's going to go to incremental when you hit that. Okay, so it's line length. Enter. The length is, and I've got a minus in there, but it doesn't matter. Ah, yeah, it does. I want to go that way. So minus x minus 15. I always hit that I hit that minus sign and it's not 0.832. 0.832. Enter. Okay, so it jumped to 9, that's fine. Angle, 0. Number of holes. We want the number of holes plus 1. Start and finish will be, so 41. Enter. Hole number 1 is 0, 0. That's where we're at. Now we go to the next hole. Should be 3 inches, 958. 3 inches. 3958. We got 3957, but that's fine. So anyway, I'm going to start over. So I'll be back. I'll probably be spending all day right here. I'll be back. Okay, after 3 tries, I got my tape done. So, it's not going to focus on it, but believe me, there's lines on there, and it's long, extra long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this end on, the beginning end. Dab of tape. Maybe I might have to wash that with some alcohol. Okay, I'll have to get some alcohol and wipe that down. It's a little too dirty for the tape to stick. There we go. Put that back over here before I tip it over and spill it. The way my day is going. All right, let's try this again. Tape on there. Okay. Wind it around. I think I still messed up. What am I doing wrong here? Oh no, this is right. That's right. Okay, I got a razor blade here to cut this off. And this is what I mean by leaving. You can leave your tape long. It doesn't matter. Because the start of the tape is your very first one. I need to get another piece of tape here. Okay. So we start on that, right? We start right there. Our last one is there. So we start here. Boom, boom. I'm looking at my pointer. There should be. All right, I'm going to cut away here. I want to count my spaces. I want to make sure I did this right before I start cutting the gear blank. It's correct. I'm second guessing myself now is what I'm doing. You know, you have a few things go bad, then you start to second guess. I need to plug this in, so I got some juice so I can move it. And I don't remember what the tooth depth is. Plus, we need to come off of this cutter and get it on center. So, I don't remember what the thickness of that is. So I will grab a mic. I will grab a mic and I will mic this. It is 357. It just doesn't sound right. What did I say? 350? No, not 150. I mean, so it's 157 thickness of the cutter. I need to turn some power on over here too, to turn the computer on, to be able to turn the drives on. There we go. I'm not sure if you can see my computer screen. I have to move you. Here's my computer screen. And we're going to enter. And I'll get a warning about, this is a pirated, this. No, it's not. I bought it and it's just not registered. It's just not activated. And I'm not going to go online to activate it because it's not going to be hooked to the internet, period, ever. All right. So I want to pull up that gear calculator. I want to see what the depth is of that tooth. What's the total depth? Huh. I've never seen it come up like this. This is something new. See, I had it come and take my roughing pass, finishing pass, and then a free pass. So we want to get to 20 degrees spur gear. The diametrical pitch is 20. So we're going to go 40 teeth. And the ODs should be 2 inches 100. I will just confirm that, 2 inches 100, correct. And total depth, hole depth, 112. That's the working depth, pitch diameter. Hole depth. Oh, right here it is. Hole depth. Radius. Hole depth radius. I can't do it in my head. You should have that on here. Hole depth radius. I thought he had the hole depth figured out right here. Hole depth of tooth. Right there. Hole depth of tooth. 112. So that's all. I'll have to use that in my program. That that I do for that. So, but what I want to do now, right now, is come down here, and I want to pick up this edge to the top of this diameter, right? That way I can get my height. So I need to turn things on. I'm going to just minimize this over here and open my software up. All right, pour it on. Z plus. Little more, and all right. So what I want to do is I want to move this in underneath here and pick up off that edge. All right, now we want to drop Z down. Yeah, that's all right. If I get my 0 right here, I'm going to take a feeler gauge. I want a 10 thou feeler gauge. Looking for a 10, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to crank the knee up until I feel drag on my feeler gauge. Right there. All right. So I'm going to move out to the end of the part. And I'm going to 0 my Z there. And now I know I got to come down half of this, half of that. I stole the deal out of my pen. I'm well prepared here. Just got to find another pen to write. You know, I keep telling myself I'm going to throw them away. Here, I got a lead pencil here. That one always writes. All right. $156. Half of that 78 thou. Half of that, that's 500, 250. So I should have to come down 328 thousandths. So let's type that in and see. 328.328. And Z down. Looks like it's on center to me. All right. So now we'll 0Z again. Turn relative off. Okay, so now a Z is sitting at 0. Now the next thing we want to pick up is I'd actually like to come off the center line of this, so I can write my program one time and then just change one number and do them all. So I want to come over here to the side and come in until the tooth just touches that diameter. Or, oh, I forgot to 10 thou on that. So it should have been 5 thou more. No. Yeah, 5 thou more. So we're 5 thou off. So let's just go here and Z.005. Z minus. There we go. Now 0Z again. And wish I had a touch screen out here. I keep thinking I do, and I keep touching the screen expecting it to do something. But it doesn't. It doesn't do anything. All right, so we're gonna move in. I need to get over just a little more. All right, so we want to be careful here. Right there it touches. Okay, so it's just touching there. Let's move this out of the way here now so I don't crash into it. And we want to go 250 more. So we'll 0 our Y. Okay, and then we want to come out 250. 0.250. All right. Okay, and now we should be able to 0. Zero Y. And now we want to find or set a start position, and all I do is for that is just kind of move it to where I think I want to start.